Can you go into slight detail about what's going on in Just Cause 3? What is Rico doing? Where is he?
Sure. So we've kind of gone through Just Cause 1 and Just Cause 2, through San Espirito and Panau, and now Rico finally gets to learn, well, the players get to learn a little bit about Rico. So we're coming back to his homeland. This is the place he grew up in, the place that he had his childhood in, and the military coup that happened here when he was just a teenager that drove him away from the island and eventually with the agency. He's now kind of acquired the tools to take down that dictator that kind of started it all for him.
Awesome. Can you go into detail about the open-ended world that you will be playing in?
Sure. So, I mean, it's a Just Cause game. First and foremost, this is a sandbox. We wanted to spend as much time as we could with the player to allow them to do whatever they wanted to do within the game. So that core sandbox experience, it's all about the player creativity. So all of the tools and gadgets that we give to the player, even the world itself, is all around that idea of go wherever you want, do whatever you want, blow up whatever you want.
Awesome. Can you go into some detail about some of the new weapons and new gadgets that players will get their hands on?
Sure. I mean, some of the biggest new features that we have now are, for example, the grapple hook has been greatly upgraded from Just Cause 2. We have the ability now to do multiple tethers within the world at the same time. This means you can kind of create these awesome chains of destruction. You're also able to control the tension of the wire, and that analog tension allows you to pull things together when you want to pull them together. A big new one is obviously the Wingsuit. This allows for a whole new traversal mechanic. You can go soaring through the world, and that in combination with the grapple hook, it's really this incredible feeling of flight and movement through the world. It's tons of fun. On top of the gadgets, we've kind of done a different way of doing an upgrade system. We've done kind of more something like the mod community would have done, like abilities to just modify the game. So you'll unlock them in a linear fashion by doing challenges in the game. Like the ability to take your planted explosive and turn it into a propulsion instead of it just blowing up. Now, once you unlock that, you can actually turn that ability on and off whenever you want. And that allows you to kind of customize your gameplay experience to the way you like to play. And then the weapon side, the creativity of the team to put the weapons together has been just stunning. You know, we have a fire leech right now that I think people have seen a few times, and this allows you to kind of paint up to 8 targets at once. So a single RPG will break up into 8 RPGs and hit 8 different targets. We've got RPGs that fire like they're shotguns, so like 6 RPGs will just fire out at the same time. So lots of huge, explosive, fun tools. And as well as making sure our planted explosives are pretty much infinite for the player.
Speaking of explosives, we were seeing in the demo 2 shots of an RPG took down an entire bridge. What kind of explosions are we expecting, and how much can we actually destroy on these islands?
So we went bigger. With the power of the next gen, we were able to really push our physics and the explosions. I mean, we wanted huge, awesome explosions. So even our fuel tanks have gotten way, way bigger, and you can get the kind of giant, almost mushroomy cloud explosions showing up in the world. And of course, we did things like the gas station explosions, and we showed off the bridge a few times, and collapsing a whole bridge with all the vehicles on top of it. It's just this awesome, epic experience. Now, we didn't want to flatten the whole world because there's a little bit of dissonance there with Rico just destroying his homeland. But on the other hand, we don't punish the player for doing whatever they want. In addition to that, we wanted to keep some structures in place, so we leave the civilian structures there so you have something to grapple to, something to get up and get into that vertical space and, having fun while in the air, since that's a core Rico ability.
Awesome. And finally, when can players get their hands on Just Cause 3?
So Just Cause 3 is coming out on December 1st this year on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.